Countdown nowadays for some reason. Welcome to another episode of Uplifting Interviews with Total Strangers. We're at UCLA, the famous campus of, I guess they have every discipline that you can learn, right?
Yeah, it's very broad.
It's one of the, and we've got a helicopter right above us. I guess
it's the hospital.
Oh yeah, they're landing in it. So hopefully everyone's okay up there. It's very uplifting, these helicopters. And this young man, Ethan, right?
Yes.
Is a graduate student in organic chemistry. What does the future of organic chemistry have in store for us, Ethan?
Oh man, so many things. I mean, organic chemistry is really, I think, the foundation for modern society. I mean, it's all around us. All these plastics in this car, that's all organic chemistry.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, all these polymers, they're all a product of organic chemistry and the research. Our bodies are made out of carbon, and organic chemistry fundamentally is the study of like carbon-containing molecules and transformations of those molecules, how you can build them, how you can break them down, how you can control them. So it's very fundamental, not just to like life processes like within our own bodies, but life in terms of society and how we all function in this modern age.
Do you have a goal?
My goal is a little more broad than I think my program wants. We're all trained to, have a specific goal.
Follow
I want to
the
be
rules.
A professor. I want to go into industry. Not that I'm breaking any rules, but I just want to leave some sort of an impact. I want my research to, benefit people, some people, one person, generally speaking. And
as that's a lofty goal, I totally recommend that you do that, and you step out of the mold, and you create, something, and be remembered. It's like my movement, the Be Fantastic movement. You're never going to be forgotten if you're fantastic. Have you ever met anyone in your life that's fantastic? Not that you think's fantastic, that says they're fantastic.
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Who?
I think many people.
No. I just said not that you think's fantastic, that say they're fantastic.
Say that they're fantastic. Yeah, I guess nobody pops out in my mind that.
Because if you ever meet someone that says they're fantastic, you'll never forget them.
Okay.
And there's 38 people out of the 2,000 people I've interviewed that have met someone that says it, and they've never forgotten them.
Okay.
And they're obviously esteemed with high regard, because it's a position that you are aiming to do with your research. But by being fantastic, you're being the most positive individual you can imagine. It's, by the way, this is the logo, Be Fantastic. And that's, the bee symbolizes pollinating positivity.
Oh, clever.
Right.
I like that.
Now, I like organic chemistry because there's CBD, I think it's got, about CBD, right?
Yeah.
And that heals your cells on a molecular structure level. So, what you're dealing with is at a molecular level, I imagine, right?
Sure, yes. Yeah, so CBD is another carbon-based molecule, of course. You can make it in the lab. I actually don't know the structure, but I assume
you can make it in the lab?
Yeah, I mean...
Because I know it comes from the
make it from the plant, yeah.
From the hemp plant,
Let me qualify that. You theoretically or hypothetically can make it in the lab because it's a complex natural product.
Right.
There are hundreds of groups, thousands of groups across the globe that focus on finding ways to make complex natural products. We get so many different types of our medicines from natural products.
Every plant on the planet, they say, has a medicinal purpose of some sort.
Maybe it does. We just need to
we don't know
unlock the potential.
I always wondered how they can figure out how to eat certain things, like the uni plant. My wife loves, uni.
I'm not sure what that is.
It's got spines all over it, and it's sushi, like it's a sushi thing.
Okay.
It's very expensive, by the way. It's called uni. It's delicious. But how would you figure out how to open that thing and eat it? Or another good example is the artichoke. How would you ever figure you could eat that damn thing?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the coconut's hard as hell to get in, but there's a lot of things that are edible that I would never think that you can eat the damn thing.
Somebody got desperate.
But aloe from many plants is very healthy, and the CBD coming from cannabis and from
hemp
is extremely. It's one of the most amazing drugs I've heard of in recent years.
Yeah, I'm glad that the stigma around it's kind of waning a little bit.
Well, there's no THC in it. That's what people don't get.
No THC, and then as that stigma wanes, then people are more likely to approve various clinical trials or at least fund research regarding CBD and even THC.
Yeah.
And then we can, really start to verify these, ideas that have been held for hundreds of years or even millennia.
Well, it's one of the oldest plants on the planet, and they made obviously the ropes from it and ships made out of hemp. They make water, they make clothing, they make. It's probably one of the most. I've seen some product, recent new developments of rebar that's stronger than rebar, made out of hemp.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen wood product the wood hemp is fireproof, which is obviously great.
Yeah.
Hemp is the easiest thing to grow. It's a weed,
So it'll just
doesn't even need water. I mean, it's a freaking weed, and it's an amazing plant.
Very versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know CBD is supposed to help reduce anxiety. There was one study where they had the participants speak publicly, and they were either given a placebo or a CBD, I believe it was in pill form, and double-blinded, and the participants who took the CBD reported significantly less or lower levels of anxiety compared to those who got the placebo. And of course that's somewhat subjective in terms of reporting levels of anxiety, but I think it goes to show that CBD does have many properties that just aren't really.
Well, it's been known to cure stage 4 cancer in certain individuals. It's diabetes. It's a very good cure for diabetes.
Interesting.
Arthritis, pain, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking of placebos. I'm a very big believer in placebos.
Yeah.
If you think it's going to fix you, it will fix you.
Yeah.
I think, therefore I am is my mantra.
Yeah. Yeah, that's documented time and time again.
Oh yeah.
That's
the mind is incredible.
That's why they judged efficacy of a new drug against a placebo as well as the standard of care. I mean, placebo is a huge effect. Even if you know that you're getting a placebo,
exactly.
Patients still show improvement.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
The mind wants to heal itself. I mean, if we're only using 3 to 5% of our capacity, our brain capacity, and in the future, it's going to be off the charts. People don't comprehend how important thinking positive is.
Yeah.
Or how negative thinking negative is. Because it manifests themselves. And if anybody just can understand how strong your mind is, they would have a lot more control over their lives.
Yeah.
It's I think, therefore I am.
Yeah, I agree.
And I want people to be fantastic, because fantastic releases endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin in your brain every time you say that word. Because the word makes you smile.
Yeah.
Say it. Say, I am fantastic.
I am fantastic.
Now say, I am fan-fucking-tastic.
I am fan-fucking-tastic.
How do you feel right now?
I feel better.
You feel better?
I told you I've been sick for a week, but maybe it's because I haven't been telling
you
myself
haven't been fantastic.
that I'm fantastic. Yeah.
And this guy just before you said, well, there are always the pessimists and the millennials saying, well, what happens if you're not fantastic? That's the best time to say it. That's the most important time to say it, because it's going to put a smile on your face. It's going to make you feel a little bit better. It makes the other person feel good that you said it to. There's so many advantages of being fantastic. It's
a win-win.
It's a win-win for everybody.
Can't lose.
Be fantastic, everybody.
So when did you come up with this mantra, or?
It was, as life is always a development. I've worked in over 79 different fields in my life.
Wow.
I appreciate someone who's focusing on one thing like you're doing. I just can't focus on one thing,
Sure.
But I became a Lyft driver to prove a concept for a show I'm doing called the SOS Show, where we're giving a free phone from Rock Mobile to veterans, one in each city. We're starting with Columbus, Ohio. So anyone listening from Columbus, Ohio that's a veteran and you want to make some money, call me. And we're going to give them a free phone, and we're going to give them free airtime in a national streaming network.
Okay.
And all they have to do is turn on a camera like this and make an interview, or juggle, or whatever they want the hell to do, in a half-hour format each week. And they make the money by getting advertisers, sponsors, product placement, whatever. And they keep the money. All I want to do is expose my charity to a vast audience, as does Rock Mobile and the phone, as does the network that's carrying it for free. So it's a free program for veterans. And I proved concept by becoming a Lyft driver and throwing a camera up there, and I was having so much fun interviewing people in the 10-hour trial, improving concept, I decided to do something for myself for once, and I created uplifting interviews with total strangers that you're participating in as we speak.
Right.
And out of that uplifting, I started realizing that everyone says good when they're asked how they are.
That's what I said, yeah.
And it's 99 percentile say that. And I consider, don't take this offense to this, and you're not going to say good after this, but you are part of a group I call moaners, M-O-A-N, okay? Moaners are someone who is mediocre, M for mediocre, O for ordinary, A for average, and N for normal.
Okay.
Now, you are not those, but you fell into this trap of saying good, not by any fault of your own, okay? Because that's the norm. I asked this teenager, why do you say good when asked how you are? And she said, it's the normal thing to say. It's like, okay, let's all be normal, you know? First off, so don't be a moaner, okay?
Okay.
Now, 1%, by the way, say, I'm well, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm all right. Some people say I'm great. But even if you say awesome or wonderful or incredible, none of those words put a smile on your face. It's the smile that's the magic. So I just recently learned it, by the way, everyone listening, the meaning or the where how are you came from. There's a meaning behind it, even though today it's a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
That no one gives a shit how you are. They just say it to say hello. Do you know where it comes from? How are you?
I do not know.
No, you won't know that. It comes from the Black Plague, the days of the Black Plague.
Oh, really?
You actually wanted to know how
dark.
they work. I'm certainly not going to shake your hand if you got the Black Plague. So, how are you? Oh, I've got the Black Plague.
I've got the plague.
Have a good day. So then, another question is, do you know what the meaning or the definition of the word fantastic is? No one is, not one person out of 2,000 people I've talked to has told me the dictionary definition of the word fantastic. Give it a shot.
Well, it would just be a subjective definition.
No, it's the definition in the
I'm
dictionary.
saying what I can.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I do not know the
So
dictionary definition.
Subjectively speaking, what is it?
I would say fantastic is just a level of bliss and happiness that can only be described by the word fantastic.
Okay, you sound like a politician.
What do you call it? Self-fulfilling prophecy, right?
It's in the right genre and direction. The dictionary, I can't speak today. Unimaginably good.
Unimaginably. Oh, okay.
And the second definition, because they always have two, is beautiful. I haven't quite figured out beautiful yet, but when I usually drive people like yourself that are young, good-looking, successful, healthy, well, you're not healthy, and being chauffeured, you know, do you need more reasons than that to be fantastic?
Or beautiful.
You're married.
I am married.
Even you're in love, that means.
Yeah.
Do you have kids?
No kids, which is another reason to be fantastic.
That's another reason to be fantastic.
I'll have kids eventually.
Yeah, they're great. And they do grow up and go away, which is great as well, which is fantastic. But they are fantastic. They have, and I'm a grandfather myself, so.
Oh, congratulations! How many grandchildren?
We have 10.
10. Wow.
10. We had our 10th just recently, like 2 weeks ago.
Incredible.
Little girl,
Healthy.
Beautiful little girl. Oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous.
That's great. Well, my wife's a pediatrician. If you need a pediatrician.
So is my son's wife. She's a pediatrician.
So
where at?
So she just graduated from the UCLA residency here, and now she's a pediatrician with Kaiser.
Oh, very nice.
Kaiser in Panorama City.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, she loves it.
And you need to invite her to be fantastic, because we need more fantastic people in the world.
Oh, I'll be telling her all about this today.
Yeah, I mean, it's and she'll watch the interview, and
of course, yeah.
it's just what a fantastic person is someone who's positive, who's kind, who will let someone in on traffic, who might open the door for someone and hold the door open for them. And there's not that many people out there doing that. You know. And another thing I tell people is to enjoy life. And this whole uplifting interviews with total strangers is about enjoying life, talking to people that are positive, introducing them to be positive. But everyone's rushing through life.
Yeah.
They're rushing to red lights. They're actually accelerating to red lights.
Right.
And so I did a little interview. Watch it. It's about a week ago. I said it's called "Driving Lessons for Everyone." When you see a red light, take your foot off the accelerator. and glide to the red
I
light.
hope a lot of Los Angelinos watch that.
Oh my gosh. And you're going to save gas,
Mhm.
and you're going to save your brakes, but you will be honked at by the person behind you because they can't wait to get to that red light to stop. And I tell people, and then they say they're in a hurry. If you can convince me how we're going to get there sooner by rushing up to that red light that's ahead of us and stopping, I will gladly do it. But explain to me how we're going to get there sooner.
I agree 100%. I
Thank
always
you.
have this pet peeve when I'm driving. People just are so anxious to get.
Well, it's a
anywhere.
metaphor of life. They're rushing through life.
Yeah.
They're not enjoying it, you know? But, I mean, if you want to spend $2,700, what I just did for my Porsche to get the brakes replaced, rush to the red light
Go
and
for it.
slam your brakes on. Oh, I've had people so pissed behind me because there's 100 feet before the red light, scream around me by hitting the gas
Mhm.
and run up to that red light and then stop. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
What did you
wow,
accomplish?
well, that's really beautiful. Now I'll tell the story again. It happened 30 years ago, and I'll never forget it as long as I live. I'm in the 405 freeway in a van with a stick shift on a hill, so I needed a little space in front of me.
Sure.
Only 10 feet. It was bumper to bumper, slow ass driving traffic, right? You know the situation. The normal traffic. I get a call, and the lady behind me, she saw the number on my van. I was a DirecTV dealer. She said, "Sir, there's 10 feet in front of you. Would you mind pulling up?"
Oh man.
Can you believe that? I'll never forget that as long as I live. And I hope that lady rots in hell or wrecks her car or never drives again, because that's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Are you kidding me? And it wasn't even like, oh,
Not even on the surface streets.
it wasn't even a surface street. It was a freeway where you couldn't even get off if you wanted to. It was bumper to bumper, crawl, and it was 10 feet. And she needed to have that 10 feet in front of her because that was going to change her life.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. People, you know, you got to get a life. First off, you got to be fantastic. And when you're fantastic, you're going to be a kind, giving, positive person. And we need more of those. There's only 600 and change now. You have YouTube on your phone?
I do. Yeah.
Open it up right now.
Okay.
Live in living color. We're going to join the channel
yeah.
and the movement. Put in uplifting interviews. And we'll sign off for the people. This guy's got it going. He's doing something that's going to change the world in chemistry, which
Yeah.
is phenomenal. It's fantastic. And I hope that you call me on the 714 number I'm going to give you. And hit my face there. Hit subscribe.
Subscribe there.
And you're 644, I think. Good number.
Great number.
This is a pay it forward card to give to someone else to be fantastic.
Okay.
They pay it forward to someone else. Now, people listening, if you like what you're seeing, subscribe to the channel. If you already subscribed, share this video with other people. Likes, all the good stuff. And call in on the podcast. Let me know how it's going. 2 p.m. to 2:45 daily. 714-316-9829. We have a Be Fantastic website, BeFantasticToday.com. That's a link to the podcast every day if you just want to listen in. And call us, text us, write us, send some smoke signals. But most importantly, be fantastic. Thanks for being part of the show.
Thank you for having me.
So it's been a pleasure.